What did you think of like the election last year? How did you like? What were your views on it?
I'm just glad we don't have a female president, man. Holy that would have been
shit.
bad. There's a black stereotype right there. Loud black woman in the back. Oh, I can already see some. Okay, Shaniqua in the back is mad. Don't worry, we'll get to you next. We'll talk about watermelon and fried chicken here in a second. So, the Kool-Aid assassins in the back.
Did you know that a woman invented Wi-Fi? You couldn't even upload your rage bait videos without her.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Fantastic.
Yep.
If we had to rely on your guys' ingenuity, okay, we'd be rubbing sticks on Wi-Fi. Fantastic.
Who commits more violent crimes?
Men do in general, for sure.
Yeah, and it's against women a lot of the time.
Well, it's actually mostly against us.
Oh, it is against other men
It's
because
against
men are
us.
like a majority.
Yeah.
It's men, yeah.
Yeah, but men also create the world that you live in. Like, there's going to be pluses and negatives, right? So I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, men commit violent crime. They do, but when they do, it's typically against other men. And, there's going to be really good with really bad, right? Everything was pretty much invented by men. I actually did a double check. Why women didn't invent Wi-Fi, man? I went ahead and looked that up, and I was like, what the hell? Like, they did not invent Wi-Fi. So, proves my point. Women don't invent shit.
What do you mean by working for it? What exactly did you do?
As far as, like, what does the guy do?
Yeah.
Well, a man has to learn how to be attractive.
Hon, I hate to break it to you, but you don't need to learn how to be attractive. You just
Really?
are.
Okay.
And that's something you ain't.
So let's address the first thing. You said you don't have to learn how to be attractive. You just are. You don't understand the privilege you have. Men, unlike women, are not born with value. We have to learn how to be confident. We have to learn how to be attractive. We have to learn how to dress properly. We have to learn how to go to the gym. We have to learn how to be competent. We have to be able to have certain things in our background to make us attractive to women, because women look for things that take time to acquire. Men don't get these opportunities unless we make something of ourselves. So when women say things like, oh, you just are attractive, like, no, it's a learned skill. Men are not just born attractive. They have to figure this stuff out through a lot of turmoil, trial, and error, and sacrifice. So I always find it interesting when women say that, because we don't operate on the same dating timeline as you guys. You guys are born with your value. We must create our value.
Hey, so I really think your ideology is interesting. How do I apply it to my lesbian relationships?
Okay. What is the goal? Is the goal to get married? Is the goal to have a serious long-term boyfriend that will, like, what's the goal?
It's to have a lesbian relationship.
Oh, well, you guys are useless to society, so.
So should I value her less or more?
Well, I mean, you guys can scissor and talk and have a good time, but you guys don't really provide for society.
How are we born with our value? Please explain.
How are women born with their value?
Yeah.
You have
Well,
a
you
vagina
say
and
you had
titties.
to learn all that shit, right?
You literally have a vagina and titties. You are born with value.
Born with value.
Yes.
For having cut off your dick and you're the same person I am.
Not really. I'd still be a guy.
We don't want men bringing their sexual experience and sluttiness to the table. We want men bringing their kindness, their godliness, their honesty, their communication skills, their education. And by the way, did you know that over half of this campus is women?
Yeah, I know. Women dominate college attendance, which is one of the problems. But regardless, so, and this is why college is a scam in most cases.
I want to talk about voting.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What's it? You want to talk about what now?
You said we don't have skin in the game, but we don't have skin in the game because men set that system up.
Yeah, because women are physically inferior, and that's the truth.
Physically inferior.
Inferior. Yes.
So you're telling me that you could beat a woman's ass?
Yeah. Yeah, I could. I mean, I never would, but yeah.
Hello.
Do I deserve more or less?
Are you a man or a woman?
I'm asking you. Do I deserve more or less?
Well, probably less.
Even now, when my voice is lower than yours?
Even less now.
Are you aware of the fact that, like, probably a 12-year-old boy can probably beat you up very easily?
Actually, I'm an educational psychology major, so they can't because they don't hit puberty until 14. And
Even if they did, okay. Let's assume without puberty, he would still probably beat you up still.
Actually,
Like-
he wouldn't because I have a brother and I'd beat his ass.
Amazed that I have to explain this to a college student, but I mean, men are physically superior to women in almost
I'm
every
amazed
way.
that I gotta talk to
in
this
general.
grown-ass man with dumb-ass things. Like, let's be for real.
Okay, so your argument is the whole voting thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, women don't have skin in the game, so they shouldn't vote. But why is it that all the hard manual labor jobs are dominated by men? Why is it that men control all the infrastructure points, right? Why is it that men are the garbage collectors, men are the electricians, men are the power linesmen, men are the plumbers, men are the ones that literally keep society going so that you can enjoy the first world conveniences you do, right? So you can go ahead and have your bullshit psychology degree or whatever it is that you're studying. So the reality is that men make the world go round, and we civilized it to the point where you guys forgot that men really run shit, and we give you the opportunities that you have. So for you to sit there and be able to say something as ridiculous as, can you even beat me up, and you're questioning it, that goes to show how naive you are about the propensity of men to actually conduct violence. That's how civilized we are, which is obviously awesome because you're completely unaware of the savagery that men can, put on a society.
Oh, I'm aware.
And
because
you're not,
look at
because
our
you wouldn't have said
country
something
today.
so ridiculous if you were.
I'm aware, trust. Most women get raped, sexually assaulted. 99% of women get raped and sexually assaulted. You do know that, right? And because of
99%,
men's
yeah.
savagery.
Holy crap.
Because of men.
Women
Remember
need to
that.
hide. There's
Because of men.
There's a rape epidemic going on.
Are your views on women based on data or personal rejection? Was it your mom?
No, actually, it's funny. It was my mom that warned me about these hoes.
I'm pretty sure if I point to any woman in this room, they could tell me a rape story.
Sure. Maybe their fantasy. Who knows? I don't know.
Their fantasy?
I don't know. A lot of women read sex novels like that.
I want you to look at our country today that men have ran and look at how shit it is.
We're the strongest superpower in the world. What?
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
You know, countries are warning their people to stay away from us.
What?
Because of how shitty we are.
Do you realize people try to come here illegally every single day to become Americans and or get to live here with
You
diminished
do realize-
benefits, even if because they're not documented? Like you do realize, like I used to
undocumented immigrants.
I used to work in immigration back in the day. I know this intimately. People literally try to sneak here under intense conditions and die a lot of the times while trying to come here. This is the best country in the world.
This is
Again,
not
more
the
privilege
best
that you
country
don't
in the world,
understand.
I'll tell you that much. I'm an immigrant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that proves my point even more. Okay, so what's your last point? Because there's a bunch of people behind you, but
My point is,
yeah.
you're a pussy.
Would you support banning women from higher education and repealing the 19th Amendment?
Repealing the 19th Amendment, for sure. I don't think women should vote.
That's all. That's fine.
And I know some people, that's probably a shocker for some people. Well, instead of laughing, let me explain why. Women don't have to join the Selective Service. I mean, I'm sure a lot of women here probably don't even know what the Selective Service is. The Selective Service is basically once you turn 18 as a man in the United States, you have to enroll in it, and if you don't, you could get penalty of fine, you can get put in jail. It's a very serious offense. And then on top of that, you don't get certain opportunities. You don't get loans, you can't get a government job, a state job. It basically makes you almost damn near a convicted felon.
It sounds like men tend to obey you more than women.
Well, I mean, if they listen to what I say, they'll probably do pretty well in life, yeah.
If you want someone to obey you, why don't you just go with guys?
That's a good one. Well, I don't know. You should be in the kitchen somewhere, but it's fine. We'll have this discussion. Yeah, the reality is, what was that?
Last year, now I'm cashmere, yeah. 'Cause everything is strange and I need my change cash, yeah. Oh, I know you know, you know, you know. I know that you gon' pay me back. You know you owe me. No cash, no feelings that I got to spend on you. 'Cause you know what you do, and shorty, what it do. Coming back to back, yeah. Trying to be exact, yeah.